Looking to transform your family game nights? At Perfectly Picked Games, we specialize in family games that bring everyone closer. Our games aren't just fun. Kids and teens will learn how to take turns, develop basic strategy skills, and understand the thrill of winning and grace of losing. With our exclusive gift of games, you can give months of gaming excitement to your family. Choose a 3-month or 6-month gift, and we'll deliver hand-picked family games to your doorstep every month. And here's the best part. Right now, you can use the promo code GOLDENMOJO and receive 20% off your selected plan. Don't miss out on this exclusive offer. Use promo code GOLDENMOJO and save 20% today at Perfectly Picked Games.
Hello, all you paranormal freaks. It's the last Saturday of the month, and you know what that means. The veil is at its thinnest. So if you're brave enough, all of you hitchers and drifters, load up for a ride with Golden Jade and Logan as they traverse to the other side.
Hello, all of my paranormal freaks out there. It is I, Golden J, hanging out with
the rocker chick.
Well, you would think that we'd have a J-dub, but this is a special edition of The Other Side. Welcome to September's review, and I'm hanging out tonight with the rocker chick to do The Other Side.
That's weird.
Just Logan had a complete crash of his computer system at his house down there in lovely Texas. And I feel bad. I feel bad for Logan right now because, you know, he's doing all that streaming and you know, on Twitch and all that stuff with all the power, and he is just completely shut down. He has no way to do any of that stuff. So he is working on getting things back up and running, and I guarantee he'll be back with us for the next Other Side, you know, the Clowntober review. So yeah, looking forward to that. Plus, you know, he is doing an edition of Clowntober with us.
Correct.
And he'll be on the live with us.
Nice.
You know, Halloween night. And look for him to come on Golden 80s October extravaganza. 80-tober. 80-tober. Oh, yeah. Well, we didn't really come up with an official name for it yet. But, you know, there's some good stuff coming up in the Golden 80s for October also, including our good friend IsoCam.
Nice.
Who's doing 80s serial killers. And, man, we already recorded that episode, and he has fucking brought it. It was brought in, laid down, and spread out, and it was glorious. So you guys will have to check that one out. AC McRae is coming back for an episode of Golden 80s, and Logan is coming on to do Halloween 3. So guess what you get to sit down and watch with me?
Okay.
All right. Yeah.
Is that the good one?
No.
That's not the good one.
It's not the good one at all.
Is that the one with the mask?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, that was not my favorite one.
No, it's not. But apparently we're covering that one on Golden 80s.
It didn't have Michael in it at all.
Apparently in one video, one commercial or something like that was all that he was in that thing for. So.
Okay. All right. Well.
There you go.
Is that the only one that came out in the 80s?
I have no idea, but that's the one that that's the one that
picked,
Logan loves and he wants to do. And Frankie loves it.
I think I remember him saying that.
Frankie Vegas loves it also. So yeah. But yeah. So there we go. We're gonna do. So yeah, lots of things going on in Golden 80s and a lot of things going on in the United States paranormal. Man, we're having a blast. I'm in this whole mode now where I think it's time to really connect with our listeners. I mean, we got great listeners.
Yeah.
And we got a great bunch of listeners who reach out to me constantly, whether it be, Mason or Zach, ISO, Yahira, Shanna, Larissa. Yeah. There's so many great ones that we talk to on a regular basis, but I know there's a bunch more out there as we kind of got a little bit of emails from Trevor and Tyler, and you'll hear the Tyler email in an upcoming Clowntober episode. But we've had great listeners reach out to us, but I want to meet more of our listeners.
Yeah, we became. I call some of them good friends,
Yeah.
So it's pretty cool.
Oh, Peter
Yeah.
is a big one that
Brian.
and Brian. Yeah. We've met a lot of really cool people that we would have never ever met in our entire lives doing this podcast, and we are extremely grateful. So if I haven't mentioned your name, it's not that I don't appreciate you. It's just those are the ones that I talk to a lot.
Right.
And I did talk to Peter the other night, and he'll be back. Hopefully, we'll have him back in November for another episode.
Cool.
He's it's going to be a good one too, man. It's going to be one that you love. So I'm excited to dive into that again with Peter. So, but we did. You and me and Sarah and Gunnar went down to Louisiana. We got to see Just Logan, and we got to see your sister and Sister Dawn and Dan, who, if you guys remember, were on an episode of A Chiller Pillar with us here last year.
Yep.
We got to hang out with them, and we did last month's The Other Side from the bar in the rec room. I guess it's called the rec room of
Down
your
in
sister's
Louisiana.
house. Yeah.
Yep.
So we did that mid-month. So we have a couple extra episodes we need to go over here on The Other Side tonight.
Okay.
So normally we'd have about 4, maybe 5 episodes to talk about, but tonight we have 6.
6. That would be a couple more.
That'd be a couple more.
4.
So yeah, a couple
All
more
right.
than 4. So yeah, it's going to be fun. It's going to be interesting to try to recall all this stuff.
Yeah,
because
I'm not good at recalling, but we'll do our best.
I don't do the research like Logan does. Logan has all that stuff laid out for you because The Other Side's kind of pretty much his baby. I just hang out with him when we do
Right.
it.
You're like,
So-
oh, that's right. We did
Yeah.
talk about that.
We did talk about that. Yeah. So, yeah. Are you ready to dive into this? Let me run through a couple points real quick. Don't forget that if you well, I guess it's too late now. We're going to start the show, but there is a timestamp on the show here. So if you want to jump into right about here in about 2-3 minutes, then there you go. But and also don't forget we are on Patreon. We would love for you guys to join up. It helps support the show. It helps us keep
Merch coming.
Yes, and
yes.
New designs and stuff like that. So, I mean, top tier, you get all the cool reaction videos. You're going to get our first paranormal investigations going to be coming out in the next couple months. You're going to get footage from our St. Joe Cemetery.
St. Louis.
Damn it, St. Louis Cemetery.
You do that every time.
Why do we keep going back to St.
I don't
Joe?
know.
I don't either. St. Louis Cemetery tour and some others in the other cemetery, plus a couple other things. We'll throw in some video from the speakeasy that we were in, and some definitely some photos. We're gonna do a sit down and go through that and talk about what we did down on Bourbon and stuff like that. And I am looking for any other ideas. I reached out to Mason. He gave me a couple ideas, and I'm going to be reaching out to the other Patreon participants and asking them what
Things
they'd like
they
to
wanna
see.
hear?
Yeah,
Yep,
what would
okay.
you like to see? We did the Dirty Dad jokes. We did reactions. We've done trivia. Everybody loves the trivia. I got to get Chico Noise back on board to see if he can do another one with us.
Yeah.
Because that was fucking
those
awesome.
are fun.
Yeah. So yeah, that's what we got going on, and maybe we'll up the content a little bit after the first of the year. Start adding some stuff mid-month. I know you and me have talked about doing a couple of things. Maybe some musical stuff that we might have a little fun with, just to throw in some extra content for all of those great participants of the Patreon. So we want to make sure that you guys feel like you're getting what you're paying for.
Oh yeah. Oh
But-
yeah. I mean, sure.
But we would love for people to join, even if you want to join at the first tier. It just helps support the show. That's all we just need a little extra support to make sure that we can get all the stuff that we need to keep going. So
right, correct.
You know,
and we have October 19th going to the Para-Unity in Peru, Indiana.
Yeah, man, it's coming quick, isn't it?
It is. It really is. And they've been promoting quite a bit here. So all their tables are full, and it'll be a fun day.
Listen, I'm not going to lie. When I signed up for this, after looking over some of the old videos, it didn't look like they had a ton of vendors there. And I thought, well, this will be good. We'll get a table and, get our feet wet in something that's a little bit smaller of a convention. But holy fuck, they've had to turn, I think they've turned vendors away. I mean, I don't know that they've been able to take all of them. Would you say
that you could maybe get a spot outside?
Outside, yeah, because the whole inside's full. So, I'm super excited to be a part of this and going down, and I hope we'll have some giveaways and stuff like that.
Paranormal has always been a big thing, but it seems like here lately it's becoming bigger. Maybe that's just because we're more involved and notice it more. But
a lot of the times when you get involved, disc golf was something that we got involved in a few years ago,
and we're like, what the hell is that? Now there's
now when we got involved in it, it was everywhere, and you just seen it all over the place, and so it's paranormal is now the same thing as we're involved in it, and we're more and more getting. We always knew paranormal, ghost hunters, and all that stuff like that, but as we're more involved, we're seeing more and more activity around us, and it's just been great, but it's been exciting. By the way, side note, our neighbors are de-treeing their yard. So if you hear some little buzz in the background, it sounds right now like they're out doing a chainsaw. It sounds like the chainsaws are running right now.
Yeah, it's not very loud.
No, it's not too bad. But just in case you hear it,
or hear a big bang.
Yeah,
that's a tree coming down.
Hopefully not on top of my studio.
Yeah, that'd be bad.
Yeah, that would not be cool. But that little
probably
side
get
note
a lot more hits. So if we filming and that happened, but, hey.
Maybe watch this video as the tree falls through the studio. Fuck. Anyway. Well, let's get into this. Are you ready?
I am.
We're gonna do our best to try to, bring it along. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is actually the what is it? Into August September review. So, we did episode 143 with Larissa. We actually talked about it a little bit on the last one because it hadn't come out when we recorded, but we did a chiller filler. Yeah, it was a chiller filler with Larissa coming back in, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Always great to have Larissa on the show. She's amazing. I can't wait to get out there in November to see her, have lunch with her, hang out for a little bit. She's so awesome. There was a chiller filler and just kind of random.
It was a lot of banner.
Random. Yeah, it was. It was just random.
It was a lot.
That's what a chiller filler is all about. Just randomness. Randomness, baby. Yeah. So that puts us at episode 144, which was released on August 28th, and it was The Doppelganger, which was presented by J-Dub.
It was.
Man, a lot of interesting stories in the Doppelganger episode, talking about the guy who rode his horse and then seen himself or something like that coming back.
Past himself.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then found out later he was wearing a couple years later where he was like wearing the same clothes he saw himself in.
Right.
Which is that like a time loop, you think, or
I don't know. Maybe he was seeing the future. Who knows? I don't know. Yeah.
What kind of drugs did they take Ben back in?
It's hard telling.
I mean, that could be some serious LSD. He might have stopped. He was smoking some mushrooms or some shit like that.
I don't know. People claim to have seen themselves many a times, and
I think we asked that question during that episode: have we ever seen our doppelgangers? Which I guess if you see your doppelganger, that's not a good thing.
It's not a good thing. No.
Yeah.
No.
Because it means like
most of the time, other people will tell you that they've seen your doppelganger.
Yeah, I've never actually seen my own. I've had pictures sent to me, and I'm like, that doesn't fucking look like me. Doesn't look anything like me. But I've seen other people that, I've seen people who look like other people, and you're like, did we talk about the Steve Wirt story when we did that episode? I
don't remember if that was that episode or not. I know we've talked. Well,
so real quick, we had a friend. He's since passed away. We had a friend that we used to hang out with a lot back in. Which band was I in? Was it the
Gunner,
Aztec band?
Or is it Aztec?
Yeah. Well, Gunner was they come around for the Gunner stuff too, but his name was Steve, and he and his family and we got really close with his family. But they would come to all of our shows. It didn't matter where we were; they were always there supporting. And we used to make fun that Steve looked like Garth Brooks,
right?
When he put a cowboy hat on. He really didn't. He didn't look anything like Garth. But so we would actually bring Steve up on stage with us to do Friends in Low Places, and we would call him that it was Garth's brother Narth Brooks. So he would come up and do Friends in Low Places with us, which was always fun. But things happen and things split apart, and there was some tragedy in his household, and he kind of went a separate way. I think he actually moved to the deep south of Ohio somewhere, and we in Guilt 4, when we were in Guilt 4, were playing a festival in Michigan called Hog Bash, which we got associated with a lot of our friends who were playing it. And I shit you not, while I was there, I saw Steve. I would have bet a fucking $1,000 that was Steve. And when I first saw him, he looked at me and just walked past. And I'm like, no, Steve wouldn't, I haven't seen him in a while, but he would know me.
He would, yeah.
And so as we finished up our night, we played, and then we hung out with the other bands because we had made a lot of friends with those guys up there. And as we were getting ready to leave, because we still had what was a 4 or 5 hour drive back, I saw quote unquote Steve, and I approached him, and I'm like, "Hey, can I ask your name?" And I forget what his name was. But I looked at him and I stared at him, and I'm like, "You look like my friend Steve." And I mean, he was identical. It was 100% his doppelganger. 100%.
Well, you never know. People might have had twins at one time and couldn't handle having two and gave one up for adoption. You just never know.
You don't.
But I mean, yeah, I'm sure there are more than one person that looks like you out there.
Do you really think that the world is ready for double this?
No.
I mean, come on.
Not in the same place.
Yeah, twins is an option where that could be. I mean, definitely if you ever gave up your twins for adoption and they got split into different households. I mean, but then that's a whole theory. That's something we ought to get into one of these days, is the whole twins, how they still are connected, even thousands of miles apart. That would be an interesting story to get into.
It would be.
But yes, the doppelganger, I think there was an Abraham Lincoln story in there, and he kind of foreseen his own death, right? Saw his double reflection in the mirror or
something like that. And that's what they figured it was telling him.
Yeah, so everybody, that was episode 144. So if you want to go back and check it out, if you haven't listened to it, it was a really good one. A lot of really cool stories in that one about doppelgangers. All right, then we did actually move on to episode 145, which was the other side, face-to-face in Louisiana, where we sat down and just basically talked about a lot of wedding stuff and some two-stop stuff. But it was just fun. It was so much fun to sit in the same room with Logan and have that conversation. We do this over Riverside or Zoom or whatever you want, however you want to do it. But it was just so nice to be face to face with him, and you know what I mean? It was so good to be there.
You get a different reaction when you're in the same room.
Yeah. And of course, Brittany popped in. Chico was on. The rocker chicks
For a second.
Yeah, for 1 second, she just come on and said hi. But yeah, it was fun. It was fun. Took a little backlash from old Colton on that episode. Though.
No.
Can you believe it?
Never.
Yeah, screw Hot Fuzz. That's all I have to say. That movie. Did I tell you I sat down and watched that stupid movie and I need that 2 hours of my life back? Honestly, it wasn't as bad as Hot Rod. A little bit of mystery, you know. They could have trimmed like 45 minutes off this movie, and it had been, you know, we don't need the long walk-ups, people. We don't need that. Yeah, no, your fucking directors think that their shit is fucking cool when they show this long walk-up, and it's like, fuck that. We don't need that. Trim that 3 minutes off. Give me that 3 minutes back.
It's the anticipation of getting there.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Yeah. Kind of like this show. Just the anticipation of actually getting to the meat of the podcast, right? But yeah, really cool to be down there in Louisiana and to be face to face with Logan. You know, we had him sign some of the posters and all that stuff, but you know, just a basic, almost chiller filler other side. You know, it was just us hanging out, having a good time.
Did you go over the episodes?
We did. Well, the episodes
okay.
the episodes at the beginning of
Did
August.
Did you do your job?
We did our job. God, I always do my job.
Always.
There was a lot more banter than the actual job was in, because like I said, we only had 2 or 3 episodes to talk about. Plus, I did talk about the as a recording. We had the Larissa Chiller Pillar hadn't come out yet, but I did talk about it a little bit. So
Gotcha.
So yeah, if you didn't, that was episode 145, which came out on August 31st. All right, want to move on?
Yeah.
Episode 146, which came out on September 4th. I can't pronounce it. It's the Dyatlov Pass. The Russian pass that we did with Peter.
Oh.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah, the Dyatlov. I don't think I ever had to pronounce it in that episode, so I mean, it worked out really good for me.
Diablo. I can't remember how he said it, but
yeah,
that one was very interesting.
Oh my God, I love that episode.
You know, it was people going out into the wilderness and hiking and ending up not coming home and trying to figure out what happened to them, and this was never figured out.
Never, to this day they haven't. I mean, medically they've said they all died from hypothermia,
right?
But that's, you know, it doesn't, nothing lines up.
There's a bunch of different scenarios,
yeah,
and exactly what happened, and
these were trained.
We will never know.
These are trained people that were out there. This is not like some rocker chicken golden jay going hiking and was like, oh fuck, we wore the wrong tennis shoes today. Well, you shouldn't have wore tennis shoes in 17 feet of snow. You know, that's not like that. These were trained professionals prepared to handle the situation that they were going into, and something went awry, and man, there's so many theories on it.
Oh yeah.
From government conspiracy to Squatch to
aliens.
Yep.
Them going crazy and killing each other.
Yep.
Just everything. And like I said, we'll never know what happened to those people. And
we could finally know if my nephew would build me my time machine. That's just saying. Not Logan, but my nephew Nolan. If he would just build my time machine.
Gotcha.
That's all I need. I asked him last time I seen him if he'd build me one. He laughed at me. He's smart enough to do it.
He is.
But once again, always amazing to have Peter on. Peter brings a dimension of storytelling that that's different from us and all of our storytelling. And I can't even say how honored we are to have him as part of our team when he does an episode. And
it was one of our longer episodes that we've had, I think. But yeah, like I said, I was in it. You know, it was just like, oh God, you know.
And if you watch that episode on Patreon, every time he would, because he sent me a bunch of pictures and stuff, I made sure all those pictures were in the episode. As you're watching along, they would flash up on the video. So another reason to go get the Patreon top tier. You can watch full video of us, and then I just do the little add-ins like that on there too. So hopefully you guys are enjoying those. But Peter, thank you so much. I can't thank you enough, and I look forward to him coming back in November or December, whichever we figure out. But it's gonna be awesome. Anything else about that episode that really stuck out?
No, I just know that I wouldn't want to go hiking in that type of weather, in that type of environment, I should say. So.
Well, we just went hiking a couple weeks ago. The weather it was hot.
It was hot.
It was very, very hot.
I would rather it be hot than cold and snowy, and don't want to do that.
But I mean, we hiked early in the morning. I shouldn't say early in the morning, but mid morning, and then we took off and went and got some lunch somewhere, and then we went back and hiked some more, and then went and got some supper. And you and me were both completely fucking worn out.
Oh yeah.
I mean, we only did 4.5, 5 miles of actual hiking, I think is what they figured out. And you and me were exhausted. I can't imagine going into something like this where you plan on being gone for 14 days, walking through,
sleeping in tents and all that. No.
Yeah.
No, thank you.
Yeah, it's not for me.
Maybe in my younger days, but not now.
Well,
not in the cold, never.
I'd keep you warm. We snuggle all up in our one-person sleeping bag. It'd be all right.
I hear you.
Oh, God, I wouldn't be able to do it. It'd be too tight. I'd feel so claustrophobic. I love you, but I don't know if I love you that much.
He's a liar. Yeah, he doesn't. Yeah, he steals blankets and,
Who the fuck are you talking about?
You
ain't talking about me. I don't steal no blankets.
We're talking about going to Kansas City at negative temperatures and me in my coat and my boots standing there shivering, and Jeremy takes the blanket and wraps it around him, and
I still cuddled up.
He was an icicle.
I still cuddled up with you. I tried to get the blanket. Who the fuck? What dumbass buys such a small blanket? This guy right here. I should have went for the bigger one. I should have spent the money and got the bigger one. But my God, that was cold.
I don't see wanting to. Hell, I paid to go to a game. Yeah. It's that fucking cold. So I don't know. It's not on my bucket list to do. So okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, I have got now heated pants, a heated jacket, and heated socks. I am not going to be cold like that ever fucking again. I am prepared a little bit more. Hopefully, I don't know how long those fucking battery packs last.
Yeah, exactly.
But that was episode 146, which came out on September 4th. All right, moving on to the next episode 147, which came out on September 11th. Has to be probably another one of my all-time favorites. It was the old hospital on College Hill with the owner, Tanya.
Yes.
She was awesome.
Yep. She's a very good person to interview. I mean, we didn't have to ask a lot of questions. She just went, and it was good.
Yeah.
There wasn't a lot of downtime, and it was a really good episode.
I think one of the comments from one of our listeners, Brandon, said it was one of his all-time favorite two-stop episodes.
Nice.
So, of course, if you don't know, the old hospital on College Hill is in West Virginia, and they do haunted tours and stuff like that. I mean, the history of this place is just astronomical. Of what all the things that have gone on in that place over the years. Of course, Mason was the one that had went on the tour and talked to Tanya and,
hooked us up.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. And, he's like, reach out to her. She wants to come do the pod. And of course, no hesitation.
Yeah.
She was super excited to come do it. We were super excited to have her. And I thought it was a really good episode.
Yeah, it was. It was really good. I know. I have them on Facebook, and I know that they have a lot of things going on in October. Haunted house, all that kind of stuff. And yeah, so.
Well, the old hospital is going to be our spotlight of the month for October.
Nice.
And I'm going to go and find it. I have to go find it. She was supposed to send it to me, but, I didn't reach back out and ask for it. But I think I can find it on their webpage, the donation, because they are trying to replace the roof of the nurses' hospital.
College.
Nurses College, sorry. Because the roof itself is caving in, and it's a lot of money to replace that big of a roof on that big of a building. So they've been trying to raise money. So we're going to do Spotlight of the Month on for them, and then we'll have the donation button right there beside it. So all you can do is click, and then you can go to their GoFundMe or whatever they're working off of. Like I said, I got to figure all that out yet, but yeah, that's going to be our Spotlight of the Month for the month of October.
Cool.
And once again, what was some of the things? Yeah, some of the things that they got going on in there. Do you remember?
You mean as far as experiences and stuff?
Yeah. I know that she had talked about her first experience was being in the hospital by herself, and somebody whispering in her ear or saying something to her right in her ear.
Yeah, and nobody else was in there.
Yeah, and with it being her very first experience, she didn't quite know how to handle it. It means it was interesting because she is not. How do I put this? She loves that place. You can tell by the way she talks about it.
She's like a historian more than a paranormal.
Right.
You know what I mean? She's doing this for the history of the building. She loves the building. It's her baby. And,
and she was born there. So, I mean, she was born in that hospital. So
I think lost a grandparent there. Yeah. Yep. So, yeah.
And I think the building loves her too. I mean, because her experiences there haven't been like somebody throwing shit at her or, trying to scare her, just basically talking to her and, some shadow people and stuff like that. It hasn't been, what's the word? Malicious.
Thank you.
Boy, we
got J-Dub syndrome.
It took both of us to get that word out. So, I mean, but it's all been kind of friendly. And although she does, I think the basement, I think you got to go deep down into the basement. And she says she's a little uneasy down there. But, those deep, dark dungeon basements are always a fucking, a little trippy, if you know what I mean.
Oh, yeah. I get it.
Yeah. So,
I get it.
But yeah, I think the building loves her as much as she loves that building. So it's good that this historic place is in really good hands,
right? And
they're going to do everything they can do to keep it up and going. So I know that during that episode, Jen said something about her mom maybe helping out with some, helping them find some grants or something like that, and I think it basically boiled down to they just need to go to the state website and see what's available on there. I don't think that Jen's mom knew how to figure out or knew how to find stuff for West Virginia. She was just more apt with Indiana kind of stuff. So I don't know that we were much help there, but you never know with the government website what you might find on there. Which is something that I've looked into for Golden Mojo, is to see if there was any small business grants inside of stuff in there, but I didn't have much luck with that either. Those government websites are like fucking stereo instructions. They're so hard to navigate sometimes, but we'll keep working at it towards something.
We will.
So yeah, episode 147 come out on September 11th, the old hospital on College Hill, with the owner, Tanya. So much fun. I'd like to do something else with her. I hope they do a convention. I hope she does some sort of convention out there.
I just want to drive by it and see it because, I just picture this huge, almost mountain type thing with this building sitting on,
Right.
And so.
Yeah,
Anyway.
Did you look at it on the website? Did you look at their... they have some...
I vividly remember seeing a picture, and I just,
Well, go check out their website, and I can't remember exactly what it was at this point, but they have a drone shot of this of it, and it's absolutely gorgeous. The mountains in the background, and it is the hospital set up on top of one of the hills that go up to the mountain. It's just gorgeous out there. So, yeah, I think that I would love to go there and do a tour. I think that would be a lot of fun. Mm-hmm. So we may have to, maybe that could be our getaway weekend that we've been talking about having next year. We just head out to West Virginia and go take the tour. Be a good time.
It would be.
All right. We'll put that on our agenda.
All right.
Agenda.
Our bucket list.
We have our bucket list is really big.
Your what in bucket list?
My fucking button. My fucking button. My fucking bucket.
Your what?
My fucking bucket. Jesus, I can't say that very fast. My bucket list is very full. Hey, I've gotten stuff off my bucket list.
You have?
Yeah. I'm thinking about next year. Let me run this by you real quick right here on the episode. I'm thinking about next year when we go down for Logan's wedding. Mm-hmm. Maybe calling down to New Orleans and booking an hour gig at one of the bars down on Bourbon Street.
I think you told me that.
I did tell you
I'm fine
that?
with that.
Okay.
That's what you want to do.
How am I gonna? We're gonna have to drive because I'm gonna take my guitar with me. I can't.
Karaoke.
I can't
You
fly
don't
my
karaoke?
guitar down to
Gotcha.
Louisiana, so we may have to drive. You thinking about that?
I was thinking. I would think there's got to be a.
Oh, I don't know. I don't want to.
You don't want to get lost.
I don't want to get it lost. I don't want to get it broken. I don't want to get it warped.
Gotcha. Okay.
We'll talk more about that later.
Just buy one when we get down there.
What?
No.
What?
Yeah.
What?
Whatever.
What?
Whatever.
You heard it
Next.
here, folks.
Next.
She's buying me a new guitar. Can I
He's
get a
got
Taylor?
enough.
Can I get a Taylor? How would I get it back, though?
You have to leave it down there. A new one to hang on Don Dan's wall.
Okay. All right. I could be okay with that. Just hang it there, and then I could play it when I go down.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
All right.
All right.
Fair enough. I might have some other ideas on that, too. But all right. So let's get into episode 148.
148.
Which came out on September 18th.
All right.
The idea came from an email that we got from Trevor.
Okay.
He was leaping. He was laying in bed, leaping through his phone when he should have been getting up to go to work.
I think if I remember right, this is one of our shorter episodes.
It was a shorter episode?
I think it was a shorter episode.
I don't remember it being
Maybe there was
short.
a lot of banter at the beginning of it.
There could have been. There could have been. That's right. Trevor sent us a cryptid called the Squonk.
The Squonk.
The Squonk. Now listen.
Sad little thing.
J-Dub and the Rocker Chick immediately fell in love with the Squonk, which it's funny in itself right there.
I want it on my bathroom wall, along with my squat.
Did you talk to your daughter about that?
Yeah.
And what did she say? She say okay?
Should just
Well,
gotta have time to do it.
Why is it not done yet?
Yeah.
No, I'm
'Cause it's our
I'm
daughter.
just kidding. She's a very busy girl. We were grateful for everything she done while we were in Louisiana, watching Ozzy and painting the bathroom.
Painting our squatch and our Nessie.
Yep.
And
A
our
Mothman. Yep. Speaking of West Virginia, the Mothman. Yeah. So yeah, Trevor sent us an email and sent us some pictures. Of course, I had heard of the Squonk before. I don't think you and Jen had ever heard of it.
I had. He probably saw the same thing I did.
Oh, okay.
It was just a little Facebook thing that popped up, and I read the little article, and
Oh, okay.
so yeah, it's weird how you see things or hear things, and then there they are, So yeah.
So J-Dub and Lindsay, we've talked about Lindsay several times on the show. Were telling me today, while we were at work, that apparently Lindsay broke into song, which she does quite often for different reasons. But she broke into "We Didn't Start the Fire" for some weird reason. Not that it was, I don't know what it was triggered by, but she just broke into this song. Mm-hmm. And when J-Dub went to leave work, she flipped on the radio, and guess what fucking song was playing?
Coincidence?
So she said something she IM'd her or email or text her or whatever, and texted Lindsay and said, "You ain't going to believe that this song," I think she Snapchatted the radio. And something was said about if Lindsay was a witch. Are you a witch to know this, And apparently when Lindsay got home, I don't know if it was a text or I don't know what came in, but something come on about witch costume or something like that. So apparently yesterday for those two, it was quite the coincidental, ironic, I don't know what the fuck you want to call it, but the weird things have happened. But so yeah, the squonk. Let's get back to the squonk here now that I've fucking trailed off to a weird place. The squonk, I think the squonk is one of those really great stories that nobody really ever talks about.
Except for if you live in that area.
Yeah. And we did, and you'll hear me tell this, you'll hear me tell about this email we got in a couple of weeks on an episode. But we did get an episode from a Tyler who lives out there and had a really nice email about the squonk. So, I don't want to give it all away in this episode since I recorded a different one, but, the squonk is really a very interesting character because you don't really see it because it doesn't want to be seen because it thinks it's so ugly, and it will melt into a puddle if it's ever captured or seen or whatever. So I think that's the draw of that folklore of that cryptid character is that it's like a fucking leprechaun in his gold at the end of a rainbow.
Right.
You're never, ever going to find the end of the rainbow because you see a rainbow on your perspective of the rain and the sun. So you're not gonna race towards a fucking end of a rainbow because you'll never find it because your perspective changes, your vision changes of the rain and the manipulation of the light to make a rainbow. So you'll never find the fucking rainbow and you'll never find the pot of gold unless you're at this spot looking and you see it and I'm standing underneath it, but I can't see it. Would I be able to find the pot of gold? Because I should be underneath the bottom of it. Cell phones might get us to the end of the fucking rainbow. But you see what I'm saying?
No, I get what you're saying.
That's the draw of the squonk is you can't necessarily find it because it will absorb into a puddle and never be found.
But you'll hear it crying.
Well, poor thing. He's so ugly he cries and weeps. And yet they say you can follow his tears to a puddle in the ground somewhere. Yeah. I don't think he's that ugly, to be honest.
There was a couple of pictures of him where I thought, dang.
But he does remind me of that wrinkly dog.
Yeah.
I think I don't know what it's called. Yeah, I think that's what it is. But that's what it reminds me of. Of course, a lot of people say it just looks like a little pig, a wrinkly, warded up pig, but I could see that, I guess. But yeah, that was a fun episode.
It was.
I really enjoyed doing an episode on the squonk, and I really appreciate Trevor thinking of us when he's seen that on his Facebook feed and sending us that email. Once again, we talk about great guests and great listeners and stuff like that. Yeah, that falls into that. So, So yeah, that was episode 148, which came out on September 18th.
Cool.
Anything else you want to add about the squonk?
Nope.
Nothing at all?
No.
Okay.
I'll get him some makeup and We'll get him all prettied up so he's not so sad.
Well, apparently Jen's just going to like hoard them all in her
Adopt
backyard.
them, yeah.
She's going to put them all back there and just stay away from her dick horses. That should be fun. That should be exciting. All right. So that moves us on to our last episode of September.
God, September only had... Wow.
September had 4 episodes, but we did cover 2 from August that we didn't cover in the last other side episode. So, yeah. So this brought us to our pivot episode, episode 149, which came out on September 25th, was the Battle for Louisiana.
Oh.
Which,
yeah, the rocker chick's going to win every time. I don't know how it happens, but...
I don't. Once again, was it because you sang? Is it because you were singing?
No, it was because it was a good story.
It was a good story. I'm not. There's no lying about that. It was a good story. It
Can't go wrong with voodoo priestesses.
It's true. It's true.
And swamps and
and
gators and hurricanes and yeah.
And it's kind of an unknown story too. I mean,
exactly.
I don't know that everybody's ever heard that story. Anybody's ever
probably
heard
people in Louisiana have heard that story.
They know it, but I mean, obviously somebody knew it because they only posted something about it on the internet. You know, where you got your information. Mm-hmm. So I mean, it wasn't like it's a classic hidden story that you heard from a voodoo priestess in fucking New Orleans in a back speakeasy where you were fucking surrounded by vampires or anything like that.
Right.
I'm so wrong. Now I lost my fucking train of thought. So yeah, it was an interesting story. But the Pat O'Briens, come on, that was not a bad story.
No, it wasn't.
That's a contender for the number one spot, people. Come on, I need your votes. The Pat O'Brien hauntings and all of what they've seen there. And it is a staple in New Orleans, man. It is where the hurricane drink cocktail was created. I've been drunk on hurricanes before, and it's not a pretty sight. I think we talked about it in the episode where we talked about Jen going to the Titanic Museum, and where you could just. I was so drunk, or I had to just lay my face on the big iceberg. Just saying. That was a lot of drinking before we went to that Titanic Museum. Anyway, you covered the voodoo priestess, Aunt. What was her name? Sidney Brown.
You don't have this written down.
I don't have the research I don't have the research that Logan would put in on this. It's okay. But we're talking about the voodoo priestess in the swamp, and we talked about Pat O'Brien's, and then Magnolia Plantation is what J-Dub covered in that episode. And of course, plantations are always chock full of paranormal activity. I don't think anybody can say plantation without having some sort of paranormal activity going on those properties. I think a lot of that has to do with the pain and suffering of the slaves and all that from there.
Yeah, and a lot of the plantations were in the era of the wars and all that, so you had that going on at the same time.
Absolutely.
Sickness and
So there's always some good paranormal activities in the plantations, and so it was her stories were really good too, coming out of that. So, but it looks like so far after the episode aired, the rocker chick is up 2 votes over me and Jen's zeros.
It's only 2 votes.
It's only 2 votes.
Only 2 people that voted.
Well, listen, everybody, please go to the Facebook page and vote for which story you like best, because Golden Jay needs to get a win. That's all he's saying. Golden Jay needs a win. He needs to win one of these battles. And my Pat O'Brien story was really, really good. Well, good. It was good.
It was good.
I love doing these battles. These are fun.
Yeah, they are.
Because, it kind of gives us a chance to kind of goop around and tell some interesting stories. And, we've done them in the past. I think Mason come on and did Missouri, the Battle of Missouri. This is only our third one, isn't it?
Yes.
We did the Battle of Arkansas.
Yeah.
Arkansas. Or Arkansas, as I like to call it. So, yeah, we can get guests on to do them with us. This one was a pivot because we had a guest cancel out on us. It was our last guest of a big chunk that we had worked out, which we had some great guests with, Tanya and Oracle Pink and Brian and Larissa. And who else did we have? We had so many going on. I'm trying to remember who all we had, but it was full. We had some.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
We had some. We had a lot going on, and it's been a really. I mean, our new relationship with Brian is amazing. He's been a definite advocate and cheerleader for the pod.
He sent you a shirt with a Squatch on it.
No, that was Peter.
Oh my God, sorry.
Yeah, that was Peter.
Sorry.
I was gonna wear that in this episode, and I forgot to grab it and put it on.
Okay, yeah, take that out. Edit that part out.
Okay, I'll do that.
And I'll be like, yeah, and Peter, he sent you a T-shirt.
He did.
With a Squatch on it.
Peter sent me a T-shirt from their last racing run that they had, and it's got Squatch on it, and that's why he sent it, because I know you'd love this. And I was going to wear it, and I forgot to put it on before we come out to record this, and now I'm fucking mad at myself.
Well, do it for your episode of Clowntober.
I will. Absolutely. I'll wear it for that one and Logan's episode of Clowntober. It'll be great.
Cool.
All right. But yeah, once again, great listeners that, think of us when they see things like that, and they send me a really kick-ass T-shirt. So
he was so excited, like a little kid, open your mouth.
I was excited. It is a great T-shirt. It's my color too, which is even better. I just don't wear black well anymore, so.
Well, I'm hoping that we have our Clowntober shirts by Unity, so we can all dress in Clowntober gear.
Yes, Mom.
So somebody needs to get to work on that.
Wonder who that is.
Sitting across the table from me.
Yeah, guess what? You get nothing from me this weekend except me behind a locked door trying to get everything put together.
We are apple picking this weekend.
We are.
And I'm going to be picking pumpkins out of my yard because you told me I could decorate.
October 1st.
Which is Tuesday. I'll probably come home Monday and be like, it's close enough. I'm ready.
She is super excited. I'll tell you what, Sunday, have at it. If you want to decorate on Sunday, just have at it.
I have to go shopping first. So
God damn it.
Get some more stuff.
Listen, ladies and gentlemen. Please join the Patreon. Please just send your donations to...
he doesn't know. No. Yeah.
I'm just kidding. Yeah, just go have at it. We are going to be out on Saturday.
Hopefully with everybody.
Oh, the only one we're going to miss is your daughter.
Yeah, because she's going to work.
She does have to work.
But yeah, we'll have the grandkids and.
Yep. Oh yeah. Gonna go apple picking with the grandkids. I'm super excited. Did talk to Sophia tonight. She's super excited to go. So yeah. That's where we're going to be. As this episode comes out on Saturday, we're going to be at a soccer game for the grandkids in the morning and then going apple pick them with them right after we're done with that. So
no pumpkins, but I'm going to buy mums.
You're going to buy mums?
I'm going to buy mums.
Mums?
To decorate, yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah.
All right, fine. Do they have mums at this place we're going?
I have no idea. I'm sure they do.
We're going to buy mums somewhere.
I don't have to buy pumpkins.
That's true. But I'm sure... Ladies and gentlemen, I'm sure that she'll be like, ooh, I'm going to need that big pumpkin over there and this pumpkin over here. So I'm going to be stuck buying more pumpkins. Yeah. It's just the way it is. So
at least I don't have you like going out and buying like the 7-foot skeletons and werewolves and all that. Right?
I haven't bought any and I don't plan on it. So I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm jealous of those people that have them, but... Mine would end up like falling over in the wind and
oh hell yeah,
crashing to the ground, and not only use 1 year, and
yeah, it's true. It's true. But those people that we talked about, do you remember last year when we talked about the neighbor down the road?
Yep.
And
that's how we became friends
with Shanna.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Because she's like, wait, I know exactly where they live now.
It's true.
Which is awesome.
It's
because
awesome.
It's like,
no, it's super cool. She's like, wait, I know where they are. Because we talked about the train and in the wintertime when you get the snow and the trees of the ice or whatever, and the train comes through, and just what a amazing view that is for 5 seconds. It's never long.
But the neighbor's Halloween decorations gave it away.
Absolutely, yeah. So he's at it again this year. His stuff's already going up.
Yeah, oh yeah.
And he's added new shit to that.
Yeah, he's got like a dog skeleton with a skeleton person riding it, and a big old huge just
the torso up. You've seen the commercials on fucking Menards or Lowe's or whatever it is that have that commercial where the neighbors are out doing each other with Halloween decorations. Mm-hmm. I think it's Menards. And the half skeleton coming out of basically coming out of the ground. He's got that this year.
Well, like people, or you see the pictures of people bringing them home and they're like sticking out of the top of the back of their trucks.
It's good stuff. I hope he does the witch seance looking thing again this year, because last year that was really fucking cool.
It seems like they add to it every other day or whatever, so we'll see.
They do. Well, if you haven't seen it, it's just down the road from the house, Hannah, so you go check it out. I'm sure that it's going to be in full blast come October 1st, so I always look forward to driving by that at night and checking it out. I missed your buddy Rob doing the Christmas decorations. Yeah.
But he's got way too expensive, and the kids got older and
didn't want to help.
Not gonna do it anymore. Yeah, I mean, he did it to the point of, it was a lot of lights, and he even had it on a radio station and had music going with it, and but it was a lot of money. They saved all year to pay the electric bill for.
And just to kind of put an idea in your head of what it would cost for him to run that for the month of December. Mm-hmm. That was it, just for the month of December. I don't even know he did.
I think he did it right after Thanksgiving. He turned them on right.
But did he quit after Christmas, or did he go to New Year's?
I think he went till New Year's.
Okay, so let's say just a little over a month. The whole month of December plus a few days into November. 1 year he didn't do it. And 1 year in the midst of all this, he didn't do it. The money that he saved, he took his family to Disney World or Disneyland.
Disneyland, yep.
So kind of put an idea of what that cost him for that month in electricity and everything like that. Took the family to fucking Disney World.
Yeah, in the month prior of setting it all up. And then...
Right, and then the month of tearing it down.
And then for any type of bad weather, redoing half of it, he just, I think, was done with it,
I know the feeling. We did ours for years here at the house with the landing strip down the driveway and all the shit in the yard, and the icicle lights coming off of it. And the big star up the. Yeah, I don't blame him. I'd quit too, but he did such a great job, and it was so amazing. So, so back to Halloween decks. Come Sunday, just go on, just have at it. Oh my God, just take my fucking debit card and go to town. Anyway,
I need an electrician, people.
Yeah,
I need outdoor plugins.
Yeah, I know. Brother Dan told me how to do it. I just need to man up and do it.
We'll get it. One of these days, we'll get it.
Absolutely. All right, girl.
Okay, do we know more episodes?
That's
We're
it.
done?
Yeah. Battle for LA was the last episode of September. Well, besides this one. Besides the other side, which will come out. Let's see. Today's the 25th. It'll come out on the 28th.
So did I have an episode?
No.
I did not have an episode in September. Wow.
No, you did not.
What the heck's wrong with that?
What's wrong with it? There's nothing wrong with it. We had Peter, we had Tanya, we had in the battle we were supposed to have Star, but we ended up having the battle. So okay, there you go. First out the gate though for Clowntober is your episode. Yeah. So and then once we get out of October, it's right back to you. So get prepared.
Okay. I got a whole month.
You got a whole month.
And a whole month to prepare.
Yeah.
I need ideas, people. Send them to me. Give me something good.
There you go. United States Paranormal at gmail.com. Just put on For the Rocker Chick and then give her your idea. Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. There you go.
I will take it and I will go with it.
Run with it.
Yep.
That's what we do. We want to be a part of, we want you to be a part of the United States Paranormal.
That's right.
Yeah.
It's much more interactive and yeah, I love people's ideas. I love it when they give us feedback and no matter good or bad and yeah, so we can fix whatever we might be doing wrong or keep doing what we're doing right. So yeah.
Yeah, we love to hear from everybody. And, you know, the good and the bad. We do take the bad. We do take it into consideration, and we try to fix it. And not a lot of bad emails. We just get the people that just want to smash us on our banter at the opening of each show. So on Apple Podcasts. But we are back up in the Apple charts again.
Woo!
I can't remember, 239, I think we're up to.
Okay.
So
we'll take it.
We keep telling all your friends. And if you do follow us on Facebook, United States Paranormal, please share our posts, our social media posts for each episode. Just do a quick share. You don't have to say anything about it. Just do a quick share.
That's what I do.
Yeah.
Hit the share button.
Yeah. We want to get it out to as many eyes as we possibly can.
Yeah, because you don't know if your share is going to get us a new listener.
Yeah.
You know, it might be something that they were interested in that we did an episode on and they become a listener. And
yeah, maybe they like us. Maybe they hate us. I mean, it doesn't. Maybe they yell at you for sharing the stupid social post. But
communication, no matter good or bad, it's yeah.
We would love for you to share the social post if you can and are willing to. We would actually love that because we want to try to get as many eyes on what we're doing and get more listeners. So. Like I said, I don't think I can thank our listeners now enough. I mean, they're all so great and we love the interaction with them and I'm trying to
interact more.
I'm going to start interacting more and it's going to start immediately. So yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited to meet new people and keep up with the ones that we have just met. So it'd be really cool. Anything else? We're going to be live on October 31st.
Yes.
There will be some social media posts about that and where you can find us, and hopefully you'll want to join us. I'm not sure how it's all going to work out yet, but it'll be fun. It'll be cool as shit, you know, to get to see everybody. Hopefully we'll have everybody who's on camera. It won't be like the last live we did. I'm not going to do it through Podbean where it's audio only. I want to do the video, which will probably run through Riverside. I just want to see if I can schedule it so we can have a link for we can post. That's the big thing right at the moment.
Right.
So, and then once again, the merch coming out on Tuesday. It probably will be out late Monday night.
Ooh.
If you want to go take a quick peek at it, come, you know.
For Clowntober.
Yes, for Clowntober. It's gonna be. I've got to put it all together yet. It's still in the works to get finished up. But we probably on Monday night I will start putting that on the store. And well, of course, we're going to re-release Bamtober merch and Dolltober merch. So, if you missed out and you wanted to get something from one of those months, one of those years of stuff. It's actually going to be there for just the month of October. So go check it out, and hopefully you'll go pick something up. Maybe for yourself. Maybe it's your early Christmas present. Maybe you want to get it for your husband or girl or wife. Husband or your wife or your girlfriend. Or
all three.
All three.
Ouch.
You just never know.
Never know.
So, yeah, all that stuff's going to be available October 1st. That new Clowntober. Pretty cool. Design is amazing. Hope you guys like it. Go pick something up, please. And once again, shout out to Chico Noyes, who done the intro for Clowntober this year. He did a really good job putting it together. So you're going to hear it come, October 3rd? October 2nd, I do believe, is the first Clowntober. What does that mean? Yeah, Tuesday's the first, the second.
Peek, you get the history of clowns in one super bad clown.
Super bad. That super bad clown might be one of ISO's all-time favorites.
Really?
Yeah. Just saying. He might have a picture of him on his wall. It's pretty awesome. He showed us when we were recording Golden 80s with him. All right, guys, we're out. Thank you, Rocker Chick, for coming and doing the other side with me.
You're welcome.
She actually loves being in the studio doing podcasts with me. Don't lie. No, it's like almost 9. It's like almost 9 o'clock.
I know.
And I gotta go get her something. I gotta go get her something.
I haven't eaten supper yet. I got
know.
off work at freaking 5 o'clock. The hell.
All right, everybody. Thank you so much. And don't keep it spooky. And I'll see you on the other side.
Bye.
I don't have the Logan exit down. Sorry, guys.
What does Logan do?
Let's see. If ever, I don't know. You guys know.
Anyways, Logan says goodbye too.
Logan says later. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you for listening to the United States of Paranormal podcast. Check us out at theunitedstatesofparanormal.com, where you can find our Spotlight of the Month, Fan of the Month, and all of our amazing merchandise. Or you can find us on social media at Facebook at the United States of Paranormal, Instagram at the United States of Paranormal, and YouTube at the United States of Paranormal 1795. And don't forget, we are now on Patreon. Just go to patreon.com/2sop.
Please check out the other podcasts in the Golden Mojo Entertainment Network of podcasts. The Call Guys, Golden Image Podcast, Indiana Chiefs Fans, Golden 80s, The Gridiron Kings, Murd Nerds, and A Quart of Books and Booze, all of which can be found at goldenmojoent.com or wherever you stream your favorite podcasts.
And if you have a location or a story that you would like for us to check into, please email us at theunitedstatesofparanormal@gmail.com. Please like, rate, and subscribe wherever you listen. Thank you for all of your support. Bye.